Welcome to the very first episode of NAHU TV, the show dedicated to informing, educating, and empowering benefits agents all across the country. I'm your host, Bart Camerata. With the Affordable Care Act in full swing and healthcare.gov open for business, many agents are redefining their role in the healthcare market. Compliance definitely appears to be the word of the day, but how can brokers provide that extra level of service and protection for their clients? I sat down with agency principal and benefits industry veteran Mark Gagne to find out exactly what his agency is doing for their clients.
With the advent of Obamacare, the complexity became tenfold. We have a 2,900-page law that actually turned into 25,000 pages of regulation and still counting. It seems like they're issuing 1,500 pages of regulation every week. So what we decided to do was we can't ask our client consultants to be experts in the law. We can ask them to be highly knowledgeable, but not experts in the law because it's just too vast. And then they won't be able to serve the needs of our clients, which relate to strategy, health and wellness, and risk management. So we actually hired an ERISA attorney on staff. That ERISA attorney is an expert in the law, or becoming an expert as much as you can be as the regulations are promulgated. And we also have an ERISA law firm on retainer that backs up that ERISA attorney on staff that we have. Under 100 lives, it's going to be extremely challenging for a lot of clients to be compliant. But what we're doing is we're actually creating a practice with our compliance practice that helps people stay out of trouble. And we've actually gone through and helped 3 clients who've been randomly selected by the Department of Labor to be audited. A group of 5, a group of 50, and a group of 90 people. And in each instance, they were able to pass the Department of Labor audit. And let me tell you, it's a 6-page letter that you get in the mail. You have 10 days to respond with a volume of information. So what we've done is actually created a compliance manual that has all the information that a Department of Labor could actually ask. So if the DOL auditor shows up on your doorstep and says, we need to see X, Y, and Z, and it's usually the whole alphabet, so you're getting all the letters, they're able to hand over that compliance manual to the Department of Labor auditor and say, all my documentation's in order. So if you're proactive about it, if you make sure your clients have wrap documents as an example, so summary plan descriptions, and have all their plans pulled together. If you make sure that they understand how to count their employees, because that the variable hour employee thing is a really big challenge for a lot of folks. If they understand what size they are and what the requirements are for them, and then we make sure we take the heavy lifting out of the way by having all of that documentation in order, which I think that's an expectation of our role. It's not a wow. It never really wows our clients unless they get audited. Then it's a wow. But in the meantime, it's kind of basic blocking and tackling. I think every advisor has to make sure that their clients are compliant. It's an obligation for the role that you play.
That's all the time we have for this episode of NAHU TV, but be sure to join us next time for our coverage of the 24th Annual NAHU Capital Conference in Washington, D.C. Until next time, I'm your host, Bart Camerata. Have a great one.